We are on our last leg of our Canadian journey. We are heading to the border. We're leaving the town of Estevan now, and we should be crossing the United States-Canadian border in 20 miles, so shortly. A milestone for this trip. What are we at mileage-wise?
114,809.
So we've been going about 2,600 miles, I think, that we've traveled so far. And knock wood, it's all been good.
Portal.
We made it through the border. A nice gentleman at the
We think we made it through.
yeah. Exit that way. He asked us to open up the back of the truck. When we did, he laughed, told us he can close it. So I think we're good. So they gave us a little parking thing to and here we are, back in America.
Oh.
The land of sanity, thank God.
Don't speak so loudly.
Oh my God, where everyone's nice to each other. But I will say, Canada's a beautiful place. I will not miss your paper straws. I will not miss your paper straws. But otherwise, it was absolutely a glorious visit. Now we're in North Dakota. Interstate 94 now. If we continued on this, we would eventually get to Detroit, but we're taking a detour to visit a family member in Cedar Rapids. And I also have another Iowa stop. which you'll find out about soon. We're now leaving North Dakota. We flew through North Dakota. I think we got in the state around, I don't know, maybe 11, 12. And it's now 7:15. And we're leaving North Dakota for South Dakota. We're in Cedar Rapids now and about to stop for a little while. Our destination is Davenport, probably about another hour after this. Antique archaeology. Pickers. That's what they call them, pickers. Look at this. The Philip Morris. Calling for Philip Morris. And look at it. It's here. The home stretch of the trip, we got about an hour and 10 minutes to go. We're in Michigan, we're past Jackson, and we will be laying our heads tonight and not having to drive in the morning, which is very exciting after 7, 8, 9 full days of driving. And we've got 4,040 miles on the odometer that we've done. It's been a trip. Almost there. We're just passing Detroit Metro Airport, and see the. I don't know if you just saw that plane landing a second ago. Several years ago, I was in the 80s, I was in Michigan for a party, and this accident happened. Do you remember the airline, Joe?
I know.
And there was only one survivor, a little girl, Celia Sihan or Chichan, or I forget what her name was exactly. But she was the only one who lived out of this 180 or 70 people that died in this accident when a plane clipped a low building as they were taking off. And there is a memorial for it. But anyway, I was here when it happened, so I had to fly back like the next day or the day after back to Chicago. And that's probably where my fear of flying really took off.
It looks like it was Northwest Airlines flight 255.
255 Northwest Airlines.
August 16th, 1987.
Oh, yeah. 87, okay.
Do you want more?
No. Oh, well, how many died?
All 6 crew members and 148 of 149 passengers.
That's crazy. So 155 people died, I guess, right?
Yeah. And then the 4-year-old girl sustained serious injuries.
I saw an interview with her. She did one interview, and it was like, it should have been me kind of a show. It was interesting. But both her parents died. But the accident, the plane went down at a, is it Merriman? There is a memorial for it in the middle. It's like it's surrounded by trees now, and it's really almost impossible to get to it. But it's a granite memorial with all the names. I've been to it, and it's not someplace you could easily park to and walk to. I think it's in there. It might be in there. That patch of trees.
Oh, Middle Belt? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. There. So that's where the memorial for the victims is now. One of the most famous Detroit landmarks, the Uniroyal Tire, which was a Ferris wheel in the 1960 World's Fair, I think. 64, something like that. There's a great picture of Paul McCartney standing in front of it in the 70s. Almost there. Almost there. So we're crossing over an overpass of a couple of freeways. And on the right, you're going to see the church, St. Stanislaus, that I did the video about really recently. And that'll be to the right of the freeway in a second. And to the left of the freeway will be the neighborhood that was decimated from the GM plant. So if you look up to the right, you'll see the steeples to St. Stanislaus. I know it's a bit dark.
That's all this.
9:57 p.m. on Tuesday. Mileage 116,346. And soon we'll be making our very last turn of the journey. Well, the trip is over. I am in Michigan now and hanging out with my family for a couple of days, and heading back to Palm Springs on Sunday. So it was a very interesting trip. It was a very long trip. I've said this before, I kind of like road trips, but I like a leisurely road trip, and this wasn't. It was pretty intense driving. The only time we had a break was when that road washed out. And we got stuck in a very nice place, as I told you. So it was fortunate. But I'm here at my grave, which is kind of appropriate for ending the video of this trip. The journey ends here. So it was a lot of fun. I'm glad to see a lot of Canada. I was glad to see Alaska. We kind of zipped through North Dakota and South Dakota, although we did stop at that antiques archaeology place and meet that guy. That was pretty cool. So there were a couple of fun things in there, and a couple of videos I did that I'll be posting soon. I visited where Cary Grant died, and also Vern Troyer's grave we went to. So I got some work in too. So anyway, thanks for joining us on the trip, me on the trip, my sister and her dog. It was a long journey, and I'm glad to say that we made it safe, and glad to say I'm going to sleep in my own bed tomorrow night. So I'm happy about that. So thanks for joining me. I hope you like some of the videos. I hope you like the videos, and I appreciate it. And until next time, back to the death stuff.